See, Trey, I caught him dancing to it too. I found that song, Trey, for free on YouTube's creators.
Is that
And
how
I'm
you
like,
found
I
it?
freaking love that song.
I was jamming, dude.
Isn't it
Like,
good?
I was rolling, man. That was a.
I got to figure out who does it and all that, like, because it's too good. I got to promote that band. They're
and then
fantastic.
you had the videos and whatnot in there. It's like it's got me jacked for college football season.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'm trying to get everything done. Like I'm in the middle of a move. Like I got 18 things going on. Congress wants to keep me up till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Dude.
Like it's been a lot.
Holy crap. It's been a lot and then some. And dude, here's the thing. I stayed up with all of you guys on Friday night.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we going to get anything done? What's going to happen? I was really like, once you guys started putting out the hotline stuff, I was like, maybe it's going to happen. You know what? Take me through Friday night. What were you hearing? And did you think there was any chance when you started hearing about the hotline and all that?
Well, I mean, yeah. So like I'm bringing up like a timeline that I actually kept on my phone for my own purposes. So trying to get my days right. So starting at, I don't know, maybe 4 o'clock that afternoon, Friday afternoon, a little bit like I knew they were pushing to get it done before they went on a recess. And then probably around 5 o'clock, I knew that, all right, like maybe there's something to it here. Like they're throwing out some hotlines. And like for people out there, it's essentially something where you just call in and you have like an objection to the bill and whatnot.
It sounded like one of those late night 900 number highlights, you know, like in the 90s.
That's exactly right. And they kept that threw me off. And they kept doing it. Like, so meaning that they did a Republican one, they did a Democratic one, and we're seeing what we're going to object. And then it probably came around, I don't know, like 8, 9 o'clock. I was like, all right, this thing has legs. They're going to try tonight. They're going to try to get a vote and get this thing through. And then it kept going on. And my phone's blowing up. Listen, I'm getting messages from senators to other sources, conference folks, like, all right, is this going to happen? And then, mind you, like, life of a reporter, everybody thinks it's glamorous. You get to just go cover college outside. No, sorry, no. Like, the plans were changed Friday night.
Yeah.
Like, it was going to be a nice, calming, let's go to the movie, let's go see Spidey, something like that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, sorry, I have to watch C-SPAN and also stay on my 2 phones the whole entire night because this might go to a vote. And then so like it progressed. There were people that got excited about it, meaning it thought they would potentially at least get it to the floor for a vote. And then at the same time, the funny part is then they tried to like bundle it in. And I'm trying to like dumb this down because in my opinion, it needs to be dumbed down. Even They tried to bundle it into a couple other bills and they didn't have unanimous support. But it got to a point where I thought they were close. They lowered the amount of objections to it. It got intriguing enough that senators tied to this bill had left and then started to come back around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. I still don't see it, but if they're going back, maybe there's something to it. And around like 1:45, I don't know, I was delirious at that point. I was seeing double, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was going to the refrigerator trying to say to myself, do I want to chug this super coffee, which by the way, that is a drink. No plugs, but it is a drink.
Nice.
Or do I just want to grit this thing through and like squint at the computer? Because I'm just delirious by that.
Yeah.
And then, probably around, I don't know, like 1:45-ish, 2 o'clock, figured out that they were essentially pushing this thing off till September. They came up with an agreement that said, hey, look, we're going to come back. And this is going to be the first thing we talk about in September. We're going to discuss it. And so, like.
Do you believe that? Do you think ultimately this is dead? That it had to happen Friday?
It went to hell in a handbasket. This is my personal opinion. This is not a reporter opinion, personal opinion. Okay. When there started to be some outcries from folks that thought this wasn't protecting women's sports, all of a sudden on a Thursday afternoon when this bill had been out there for quite some time, like it was a little weird. I was like, Why all of a sudden Thursday afternoon and Friday? And I know why. It's because the bill had a chance to go through. It's like, why are they having objections now? Why wasn't this raised on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Whatever. So I think that the problem is that you've now got 5 weeks to just banter about this legislation and come up with more things that are wrong with it, come up with solutions at the same time. But there's also that ground, Childers, where I'm like, the more I like the fact that they didn't just, well, they tried to bum rush this thing through. Because I always thought the whole time, I was like, this is not enough time. Like,
Yeah,
look
I
at
know.
everything that goes into this. And then you had the SEC, and it's not funny, but you had the SEC and the Big Ten sitting back, and these are conversations that I had. They're like, well, wait a minute. Why did we go push this thing through on a Friday night at 9:00 the previous week, and we don't even know if this thing's going to get to a floor to vote? Like, so they had their questions, and rightfully. And so you asked the question, do I think it's going to, I think when they get back, they're going to discuss it more. But here's the problem. And I've said this to you before. There are a lot more issues in this country that need attention than college athletics. Pay some bills, the SAVE Act. I mean, I could go on and on.
A lot of things. Yeah.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm not an expert at, by the way. I just know it as a citizen. So I think that they'll give it the good old try. Do I think it'll, I don't know. Maybe it would pass the Senate, but in my opinion, it ain't going to pass by a lot.
Yeah.
And that's where you have the problem, because you want to win by 2 touchdowns. In this case, you don't just want to win by a field goal.
Yeah.
And so, what does that mean for the National Black Caucus? What does that mean for senators on both sides?
I wonder how the National Black Caucus plays into this because of the gerrymandering, and if they completely put the kibosh on it altogether, and if it just leads to the fact that we can't get anywhere because of that.
Yeah, I mean, there's an opportunity for that to happen. I think when you look at the labor unions that came out as well, like the plane did not land really well. It's still circling in the air. My question is, how much gas are they trying to get rid of before they land the plane? So I think that it could go multiple ways, brother. And even if it passes through the Senate, it's going to go to the House, and things are going to get changed in that just to be able to pass it through. So and then don't forget midterms.
I know that's the thing.
I've told you
that's why I don't think it's going to happen. And I wonder. And so let's bring up the SEC Big Ten part. Okay.
Oh boy.
Because they didn't give their support until a week before recess.
Correct. Was
that on purpose? Rick's got a conspiracy theory that they never wanted this to pass. They want to look like the victims, like they tried. And they ultimately do want to break away because it's in their best interest with ESPN and Fox. Now, that's a lot of,
And I know we're going to get into the ESPN and Fox thing for a minute before but
how do you feel about let's what part of the ESPN and Fox thing do you want to talk about?
Well, no, I'll get to I'll answer your question first about do I think the SEC and the Big Ten. I think that they got to that for them to get to a point on that Friday night, the week before, mind you, that presidents and chancellors were finally able to put their support behind it. I don't think that was a part of a grand plan. I think there's always been this thing over here in your left hand where they can go try to govern themselves, figure out a way to have the CSC get a little bit more power, figure out a way to help the NCAA out a little bit. But at the same time, like at some point we give the SEC and the Big Ten a little bit too much credit when it comes to things. I know they have a big voice in this. That's not lost to me. I'm not trying to say they don't, but there were a lot of concessions that had to be made that week to get to the SEC and the Big Ten on that Friday night to be able to say, okay, we're behind it. Because don't forget, this is a PR thing as well. So for them to actually put their support behind it, to me, that took a lot of talking to with these folks, and they agreed upon it. So I don't know if I'm gonna go full conspiracy, but you can't really blame it on the SEC and the Big Ten because the timeline was screwed up anyways. Like they just got this out of the Senate Commerce Committee, what, like a month and a half ago, like back in June. So, and then you try to get this thing to a vote and pass before the Senate takes a break. Like, stop. Like it was always rushed. Like, so
a lot of rush.
I
And
guess I'm saying is there's blame to go around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there really is. And so, we'll see what September brings. And I think, everybody needed a break on this. Like, because if it would have passed through the Senate somehow, we'd still be discussing what the House is going to do to it. And so I think it's good.
Do you agree that if nothing happens and the polls are right, that there's no way in hell that a Democrat-led Congress will do anything in favor of this that will limit what kids can make?
So as a regular everyday citizen, I couldn't see the Democratic side without putting, like, Cory Booker was coming out pretty against this behind the scenes. I could see them trying to say to Donald Trump and everyone else involved, even though Maria Cantwell is on this, but I could see him saying, "You're not going to get that one. Sorry." And being honest with you, I don't know if it'd be the worst thing in the world in its current form. I think there needs to be stuff done. Like the 5-year independent rule, to me, that provision is just stupid. It's just, you're going, because a school wants to leave a conference, their punishment to go join the next conference is you got to go independent for 5 years and lose a bunch of revenue in the process. Like, to me, it's like, okay, well, I could, as a regular person, I could take you to court tomorrow and we'll have this argument in the courtroom. So, like, just that one part taken out to me seemed kind of a lot. And there was a senator that came out and said, hey, we can, we'll throw an amendment in there where they get 180 days to say, hey, I'm leaving. You can't punish me during that time. And it's like, okay, well, then we're about to have a free-for-all.
Yeah. Like, no kidding.
It's like the SEC's like,
I know.
Who wants in? And the Big Ten's like, we can take two.
Yeah.
So
it's all stupid. The fact that it is stupidity got us here. Stupidity got us here. Stupidity's trying to fix it. It's just all, we all sit here as college sports fans just sad.
You know what? I had some family members ask me about this. Like, you were talking about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And, in one form or fashion, they asked me, hey, do the NCAA do this 2022 thing that they're just in court now? I mean, there's like
they lost on purpose to speed it up.
They did it on purpose.
I've had that thought.
To keep the 2022 class out, knowing that the wave of lawsuits are coming. By the way, there's going to be even more this week. So
I've thought about that too.
This was their little.
I think I believe it.
Help me, Congress.
I believe it.
I'm
with you.
It would not surprise
me. I think everybody's strategizing here what to do, and it's and you're playing with midterms, and it's insane.
And then the football thing, like, it's mind. Like, by the way, good for Indiana for taking advantage of the rule. I give them a lot, but like, cool, do it. Trust me, your favorite school, whoever you're watching right now, your favorite school is looking into ways to try to bring back a player for their roster for the upcoming year in one form or fashion. And they might be like, oh, this is too complicated, I'm not doing it. They might be set on the roster and they're like, no, there's nobody worth it. But I promise you, your compliance office from your favorite school is at least looking into how could I make this happen. So we'll see more. And I think probably Thomas Castellones was another name who filed his suit in South Carolina. And so there's going to be more, but that was the conspiracy. I was like, if there's anything out there I would believe that over others.
Trey Wallace, OutKick. I know you only have 15 minutes for me.
We can go a little bit longer. I'm good.
I want to sneak in the Big Ten SEC. I do have to tell everybody, AR's Hot Honey brings you this wonderful show. And this is the habanero one. I usually show everybody the chili de arbol, but this is the hot habanero. And here's the thing about this stuff, man. Go to the website, use the promo code SHOWPONY15. Here's what I love about this. None of the crap's in here. No vinegar. If you look at like the hot honey that everybody knows, there's vinegar in it. This is just natural honey and peppers, and it is freaking addicting. I eat this stuff every day, all day. Tailgating's coming up. Chicken, biscuits, burgers, pizza. I mean, I literally put this on everything. ARsHotHoney.com, sir.
So that means when I get to Nashville,
I got a whole for you.
Next week, I'm coming by to grab some.
Okay, so I've got for you, on Scout's Honor.
Okay.
I've got the chili de arbol.
Okay.
And I've got one of these habaneros for you.
Yeah.
And then I even got something special.
Okay.
All right. That I'll let you try, and I'll give you some of. It's the AR's Hot Honey did a thing where they aged you know how you can age in bourbon barrels?
Yeah.
But it's the first hot honey to do that. Oh yeah. So it's I know. Imagine.
Aged hot bourbon. Wow. Okay.
I'm telling you, man. Fantastic.
I'm down. You know what's funny too? We're not anything about this. We were talking about 50-year players coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got a text message, and we'll go behind the fourth wall.
Yes.
I just got a text message that said, so Mississippi State has 2 players now that are literally in Starkville that are getting back on the roster.
Oh, really?
Because of the court ruling in Colorado. Like right at this moment.
Wow.
I mean, Malik Saleh is one of them, and Jerron Manning is the next. And so I got this text message while we were on the phone. So
no way.
There's more.
There's more. It's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Before I let you go, the Big Ten and the Big Ten and SEC and the relationship with ESPN and Fox. How does it all correlate in all of this?
So this conversation, folks, by the way, is going to only ramp up or in August right now. They have a deadline of December for CFP expansion. They're going to do anything in 2027, essentially, and beyond. ESPN, I reported it, a bunch of others reported it today on Monday, that they were floating around this 20-team playoff. But technically it's 16 teams because you're going to have 4 play-in games. So really, I guess you can go about it however you'd like. I think what you're seeing right now is ESPN is trying to make a play to keep as much of the rights as possible. Because once you hit the 14-team mark, that's when you have to open it up, technically, for bidding to other networks. Now,
got it.
The kicker is nobody's going to come in and bid on 2 games. It's not worth it. So ESPN would just pick up the tab, take the next 2 games, and roll. You get to 24 teams. That's why Fox, I work for Fox, but I know that Fox would like a 2014 playoff, because if you make that jump from 12 to 24, those other games now, other networks can come in and they can have, if they win the rights financially, they can have the other games. Now that could be Netflix, Amazon, Fox. I don't care.
Whoever,
Pluto TV. It doesn't matter.
Tubi.
Right. Tubi, whoever. They can come in and they can bid on the games, and they could broadcast the college football playoff, the other half. And so you're sitting here in a spot where, the SEC would like to stay at where they are or go to 16 teams. I'm a favor of either stay at 12, because I like 12, and I don't think we have enough of a core yet to even take a sample of what's going on here. Either stay at 12 or go to 16. 16 is fine with me. 24, just as a college football fan, is a little bit ludicrous, because there are not 24 teams in the country worthy enough to win a national championship. Mind you, there's only probably 8 per year, and that could be a stretch, that are worthy of being a national champion. But they see it as, and I understand it, I get it. It's a financial thing. With everything going on right now in college athletics,
it's money.
jumping up to 24 teams means a lot more money for the conferences. And what it would also do, brother, is, and you know this, you make that jump, you got to get rid of conference title games. And people get, I'm not taking up for Greg Sankey here when I say this. I'm taking up for the business side. So people get pissed off at Greg Sankey. And by the way, Greg Sankey works for the president and chancellors. He's not doing this on his own.
On his own. Yeah, I know.
I hate how people think that. Like,
I know. I agree.
You know, with Tony Petitti and like the Big Ten, like, guys, they work for people. They're not going rogue. But I will say, I understand the ground that they're sitting on when it comes to not wanting to get rid of conference title games. Why? Because they've got a crap load of money sitting in Atlanta, Georgia at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in marketing, advertising, renting out the stadium, a television deal. Like, this isn't just $10 to $20 million. This is a lot of money that the city of Atlanta, mind you, also bids to get the conference title game.
Yep.
So the SEC can't just go, okay, cool, we're done. No, there are a bunch of contracts laid into this. A bunch of people that have already either paid money or have money coming their way. They're like, it's August right now. They're already planning for the 2026 title game. And I bet you $1, they're already planning for the 2027 title game. So I understand why Greg Sankey is saying, mind you, at the behest of the president's chancellors, that we can't just get rid of the conference title game, even though it might be the smartest thing to do. Like, when I covered that game last year,
it meant nothing.
Brother, I was sitting there in the second quarter, and mind you, I appreciated who was playing. I was like, man, this doesn't feel.
This doesn't hit anymore. No,
this just doesn't do it. Like,
no.
I'd rather be in Indianapolis. I had to flip a coin that weekend.
And even that game didn't matter.
Like, it didn't matter, you know, and that's the bad part. And maybe it's the CFP, you know, essentially drawing a line in the sand and saying, or we have the questions of, okay, what does strength of schedule matter in the postseason? So my personal opinion was, and have a little flavor to it, is if the SEC wants to make that weekend special, have 2 play-in games for the SEC. Do one on Friday, one on Saturday. I mean, Atlanta already knows how to do 2 games in a weekend.
They do. They crush it.
And then find yourself 2 teams from the SEC that might be battling, I don't know, for the 7th and 8th spot out of the playoff. I don't know. I'm just throwing out numbers. That's how you get more attention, and also you create more revenue. Because I'd want to go to that game. My team has a shot to go to the playoff. Hell yeah, I'll go to Atlanta and watch it. And so I just –
Me too. It makes sense.
There are ways to go about this that I think could work, but just straight up saying, okay, we're no longer – I mean, I would imagine and I know the Big Ten has a lot of money wrapped up in Indianapolis. So it just – there's a lot to it, man. And I think a lot of people under the impression you can snap your fingers and get rid of these conference title games, and it just doesn't work like that.
There's a lot to it. There's a lot of money and a lot of webs.
Like, they will. The smarter heads will prevail in this. Maybe smart was not the right way to put it, because if they go to 24 teams, that's not the smart move.
Yeah.
But nobody can ever be satisfied. I mean, look what they're doing with March Madness. Why the hell are you expanding March Madness? There was no need money. And that's why they're going to do the CFP, and there's more money in the CFP. So
much more, I'm sure. Yeah.
It'll get done. Does it get done by December? Maybe. It all depends on if the SEC and the Big Ten can actually agree on something. And by the way, like Tony Petitti and Greg Sankey are, they work really well together. They don't hate each other, but they just don't agree with this. And so they've got 4 months, 5 months. So we'll see. And when you have ESPN and FOX going at each other for these rights, man, it just doesn't make it easier.
Trey Wallace, you're the best. I know you're moving. I literally reached out to you late. I did Mad Dog today, and I did Full Ride, and I'm like, should I do a podcast? And I'm like, I should, because of the non-vote on Friday and all that, and because of the wonderful people that helped me put on the show, AR's Hot Honey. So you were gracious. OutKick.com. I love the whiskey barrel behind you. That's a beautiful touch, even with you moving. And
I'm
thank
getting
you,
it
sir.
all in order. I'm getting it all in order.
And this is waiting for you when you get here. I got not this one specifically, a brand new one. A couple of them, the whole kit and caboodle. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, I already know the plan. Saturday, I'm dropping all my things off thanks to a moving company. I'm going to see the Foo Fighters Saturday night, and then I'm coming by your
the
place
Foo Fighters
Monday.
are here?
Hell yeah, dude!
Where?
Saturday night, Nissan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Like,
how did I not know that?
I didn't realize it till 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna have to go to that because I love the Foo Fighters.
Yeah,
what? How did I not? I'm so old now.
No, but they're $100.
I don't know anything that's going on.
Yeah, $100. Foo Fighters.
I'm doing it right now. I'm literally. What'd you do? StubHub?
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing it now.
Yeah. Cool. See you Saturday night at the concert.
All right. Rock and roll.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right, bro. Thank you. Everybody get AR's Hot Honey and promo code ShowPony15 to save 15% off. That's Trey Wallace, OutKick, and we'll see you next time on Show Pony Live. Thanks, everybody.